you guys. So let's take a look and see what message Spirit has for you at this time. All right. So it looks like there might be a situation where there is an individual who you are married to that has not necessarily been the most faithful person. They are somebody that has run in and out, and you're kind of tired of this cycle. You really just want to close this chapter and be done with this. Yeah. It's time. Spirit is really saying that it is time to end this connection, this relationship. It has nothing more to offer you. And it looks like maybe you've tried to stay around for either, for some of you, it may be children. For some of you, it could be the fact that you've built so much with this person that you are hesitant to really just kind of like go your own way because you feel like it's going to be really hard. But I really get that Spirit is saying now is the time to move. There seems to be a lot of turmoil or stressful things that are going to continue to come if you don't take the action to leave this environment. This person, they really are running away from themselves. I don't get that it's that they don't love you. It's more the understanding of that they don't know how to show up correctly. They just really have not done the work on themselves. And they also feel like they don't even deserve you overall. It's this understanding of, yes, you're everything that they want. However, they don't feel good enough. They don't feel like it's going to last. So they're self-sabotaging. And Spirit is really just saying that it's time for you to really just go your own way in this understanding. You know, I really get that. I really get that you've done all that you could, you know, to be there for this person, to give to this person, to show up for this person. And they just have not been able to go through and do the emotional and mental processing that they need to. They've been too afraid. That's the energy I'm picking up here. Let me see, is there anything else? Okay. So for some of you, this person may end up trying to come back around and fix things. I do get that. However, it could be a long time. They have to go through and sit in some terrible energy. You know, like they have to really go and process. They've been running from their shadows. They've been running from all the work that they need to do. And now it's time for them to sit with themselves. In some sense, you have been saving them from dealing with what they needed to deal with. You've been kind of a comfort to them and a sense of stability. You taking away your energy from this environment allows for them to face everything that they need to face. You know, this was a tower. This was a stable understanding only because your energy gave so much to it. You removing your energy is really going to have things topple down, and they're going to have to finally face everything that they need to face with themselves. And then they're going to, I do get a sense of them trying to come back around. As the Spirit is saying that if you want this connection, even if you want this connection, if you want this person, it's going to require you to be willing to allow them all the room to go through everything that they need to go through on their own and come back to you. Because I do get for many of you, this person may be significant. It could be that this is the person that you're meant to be with. However, they have a lot of maturing and growing to do, and they cannot do that with you in the room with them. They cannot do that if you're in the room with them, still in their environment. It's almost like saying they don't need to grow. You're not going to leave. You're not going to step away from them, so they don't have to change their bad habits. You know, so I'm really getting the sense of Spirit is saying that you may feel that this person is who you're meant to be with, and this is why you stuck around so long. But the thing is that Spirit is saying you're feeling the truth of what you're meant to have after they do the work that they need to do. Now is not the time for the connection. They have to go and do the work that they need to do and then come back, you know, and, you know, at the end of the day, it's going to be your decision or your choice whether or not you want to take them back. I really get Spirit is saying that they need to be built up from the ground up. You know, like they really need to go through a lot of transformation. And if you are willing to, you know, kind of like stop being a stability to them, then you give Spirit the room to do everything that it needs to do, because Spirit has been holding back. It has not wanted to really, really do all of the understanding, all of the transformative things that it needs to do to this person with you in the room. Cause it's going to be terrible. It's going to be hurtful. It's going to be painful. It's not going to be fun for them. You know, it's been holding back, protecting you in some sense. But at the same time, you've been getting a lot of terrible emotional experiences from this person because you are meant to go into a sense of separation from them. And then, you know, later on down the road, make the decision about whether or not you want to allow them back in the future. But yes, spirit has been protecting you to some extent from the devastation that it wants to rain down on this person, not out of punishment, but to help them grow, you know, to help them grow into what they need to. And so that's the energy. You know, pressure makes diamonds, pressure makes pearls. They really, really, spirit wants to put the pressure on them to grow how they need to. But you don't deserve the pressurized understanding that spirit needs to give this person. And so as long as you stay around in this environment, it's going to be hard to really, really get this person to stop self-sabotaging and running away from the work they need to do. So I'm not getting the spirit of saying this person is not significant, or that for many of you, this is not the person that you're meant to be with. However, I do get that this person has to go through some things that you're not meant to go through with them. I know you may want to stay around and be there with them through this, but I really don't get that you're meant to. They got to go through this on their own, and you are meant to have rest. You're meant to have a certain level of justice for yourself. This card, the Nine of Cups, talks about emotional fulfillment. You know, and a lot of times this can be an understanding of you receiving everything that you deserve for yourself, just individually. You know, the Nine of Cups is the individual understanding of fulfillment versus the Ten of Cups, which is the emotional fulfillment that you have with the partner that you want, or with whoever is meant to be a part of that, the soul family understanding. But yes, I really, really get the spirit is saying that it's time for this person to kind of like step into a lot of truth and clarity of their decisions and go through transformative understanding. However, it does require that you be willing to, you know, kind of like let things, this old understanding, you know, fall away so that a better, more stable, more equal understanding can come to pass, if you so choose. Because again, even though I get the energy of this person coming back toward you to try to have a new beginning with you, you have the final say so at the end of the day about whether or not you let them in. But that's all I really get. I hope this message resonates with you, and if it didn't, I hope you find what does.